So fortunately we can reuse the animations we've already created. I've started teaching these characters how to kick. We obviously have our wave animation. So we obviously have our wave animation. And we can easily apply that to our NPC MetaHumans. I think the idea is if we were in their line of sight and we started waving, they'd wave back at us. Well, not necessarily. We could probably make it they could either ignore us or wave back at us. Quick thing we'll do is go to the blueprint for this character, add component, and add a pawn sensing component. So I've already done that. If I go to the viewport, you'll notice all of these lines going everywhere. So these green lines basically provide a visual representation of this player's line of sight. Over to the details pane, you can see you've got this peripheral vision angle. If you increase that, that'll increase the line of sight. So you can set this however you like. I'm just going to keep mine around 30. Select the pawn sensing component and then add an event for on C pawn. And we want to know if they've seen the player character. So we could say get player pawn. So when we got one player, we'll get the first one, plug that. Well, that's not going to work, is it? I see. And then we want to check to see if this was the player that we are running around as. We could say cast to BP Hudson 1, the duplicate MetaHuman that we created. And if that was successful, we could just say print player scene. If we compile and save that, and then, okay, cool. So we can see a player scene, and if we sort of hide and go back within the site, yep. And now we would want to check here to see if we are waving the player, us. So let's open up the BP Hudson blueprint, and when the input action for the wave is started, we just want to set a variable to indicate whether or not we're waving. We go over to variables, add is waving of type boolean, and drag this on. Set is waving. When we start, we can go through there, set this to true, and then connect that back into disable movement and go on with the rest of it. Plug the completed into here, and then go on with the rest of it. Get rid of the print string and say branch, and then we can go ahead and get that is waving. Alright, so if we are waving at them, we'll just go ahead and say player is waving. Go ahead and test that. We start waving at them. Maybe not try to kick them. Alright, there we go. Perfect. So we will go ahead and get them to decide if they want to wave back.